What's going on, 7th and 8th grade? Hope you guys had a lot of fun in the snow over the weekend. Let's go ahead and get started. We are ready for the week of February 8th lesson. Week of February 8th lesson, and this is a lesson for 7th and 8th grade. We're going back to code.org this week, as you can tell, and we're going down to Number 7, sprites. Now, when you think of Sprite, of course, you probably think of the drink, but the sprite in coding is the character that you are using, that you're manipulating. So let's go ahead and click bubble 1. And as you see, the question of the day for this lesson, how can we use sprites to help us keep track of lots of information in our program? So these are the characters, the shapes, the characters that we're actually trying to move and make animate. So this is a very important lesson as we continue on. Now, bubble 2 is just a place where you will kind of explore and you kind of look at the code, change some lines, see what happens. What do you think each line is doing? Let me start this level over just to make sure it's looks like you guys is at home. So we're using some blocks we haven't seen before. Notice it says create sprite, set animation, and it says apple, create sprite, and it says carrot. Let's click run. So it's created these animations, and you had to use this block, create sprite, to do this successfully. It's not just going to show up on the screen. You got to use that block right there, create sprite, and you'll notice that is under the sprite tab, which is a new tab, and that's how you create a different shape on your screen. Now, bubble 3 is a video introduction to sprites. Let's watch this together.
If you want to animate a single shape in GameLab, you can quickly end up with a lot of variables to manage. You'll need one to store the shape's X position, one to store the Y position, one for width, one for height, and as you add fills, strokes, and other characteristics, you'll need even more variables. If you want to animate additional shapes, you'll need to create a whole other set of variables. All this can quickly lead to problems with organization and clarity in your code. So what's an elegant and manageable way to keep track of all these variables? The solution is to start animating with sprites. Think of a sprite like a character that lives inside your animations. At first, a sprite will pretty much just be a rectangle. But the beauty of a sprite is what it has going on behind the scenes. When you make a sprite, it comes with properties, which are variables that store the characteristics of a sprite. Properties describe things like where the sprite's located on the screen, what it looks like, and what color it is. To create a new sprite, use the create sprite command. You can assign your sprite a label just like you would a variable. This code is creating a new sprite and giving it the label mySprite, but you can label it anything you'd like. Just like shapes, sprites need to be drawn to the screen. Use the draw sprites command to see your sprite appear in the display area. You can control a sprite's properties in your program by using dot notation. First, connect the label of the sprite to the label of the property with a dot. Now you can use this just like a variable. So for example, mySprite.x gets 200 will update the sprite's x location to 200, and mySprite.width gets 50 will update the sprite's width to 50. The next time you call draw sprites, these new property values will be used to draw the sprite. Sprites can have tons of properties. As you get familiar with them, they'll give you powerful controls over what your sprites look like and can do.
Now, I know that covered quite a bit. We're going to, obviously, very important, as this is going to be kind of the driving force of creating our animations. And this is where you're going to start here at home. Make sure you click redo this. Right through here, redo this. And then do that below. This is going to obviously be helping you create sprites and create animations for the sprites later on. The sprite, again, is the character. Alright, guys. There is a video that you'll watch down the road here on number 7. Don't skip that. When you get to 10, this is a longer one. So you only have to do 2 of those 6. Let's take a peek at 12. Actually, to save time, this is a longer, definitely a long one and a very important one. So I don't want to overload you guys today. So let's say we only go to bubble number 9 today. Bubble number 9. So we're going to split this up into 2 weeks. We're going to go to number 9 today. And then next week we'll do 10, 11, and 12. Okay? That's where we'll get into practice, assessment, and some challenges. So this week with our sprites only going to bubble 9. And then next week we'll hit and finish the rest of this. Okay? We'll see you guys 1 through 9. We'll shorten the assignment for you, hopefully make you a little less stressed out. And we'll see you later. Bubbles 1 through 9 for Lesson 7 Sprite. I'm Mr. Noakes. Let me know if you need any help. And I'm out.